Aloha, my name is Chelsea Arnott, and I'm a Master Plan B student with the Natural Resource and Environmental Management program at the University of Hawaii at Manoa. My capstone project will focus on looking at the Hawaii landscape and nursery industry perspectives on invasive species and garnering support for a restricted plant list. First, we need to look at the problem. What is the problem? Invasive ornamental plants. Miconia is just one of many species that were brought in intentionally through the horticulture trade, with its bright purple undersides. Grasses like fountain grass were also intentionally brought in, but these species quickly jumped the fence and spread into natural areas, wreaking havoc on our ecosystems. Here's a picture from Tahiti where it's formed monotypic stands of Miconia, and over by Kona Airport, lava fields that are just engulfed by fountain grass, where typically ohia and native ferns would form. These islands are incredibly vulnerable to outside influences. Because of its geographic location that's pretty far from other land masses, species have evolved in such a way that they lost their defenses. These species are what make up the native forest and provide the fresh water that our island and residents and visitors alike need. Increasing pathways is another part of this problem. Never before have we seen the rate of introductions as it is today. The modes of transportation with planes, boats, and also people coming into the islands has greatly increased the probability of invasive species coming in, and they do. Now this leads to the issue of poor biosecurity. Our pre-entry measures that prevent species from coming into the island are very lacking in the state of Hawaii. They more so prevent the introduction of species to the mainland than to our own vulnerable island. Species like the brown tree snake are always a constant threat, and other invasive ornamentals, there's no current system to keep them from coming into the islands. So that brings us to my project. So the goals and method of my project are to look at the landscape industry and also the nursery industry and understand the market trends, see what's being brought into the islands historically and also currently. A large part of my project will be developing a survey that will be sent out to the landscape and nursery industry participants in order to gauge their perspectives on invasive species. This information will be vital in developing an outreach strategy that will help garner support for a restricted plant list, which is the end goal of this project. A list that would restrict ornamental plants that are not yet found in Hawaii but have potential to be harmful. This will be under the Hawaii Department of Agriculture statutes.